My name is Nancy Hoder. I am the director of the Center for Social Research. Thank you all for coming. And thanks to all the organizers for putting this conference on. Just a little background about the Center for Social Research before I tee this up for Ina. The Center for Social Research has been around providing data and research for the state since the 1970s. It was originally started by a faculty member in the Department of Sociology by the name of Rich Rathke. In fact, Rich sat on my master's thesis committee back in the day. So anyway, we've been doing this work since the 1970s. For a while, the center was also the state data center. We have a long-standing tradition of collaboration and work with a wide range of stakeholders in the state. State and local government officials, industry, business, nonprofits. Examples of some of the folks that we've worked and collaborated for include the Bush Foundation, the Otto Bremer Trust, North Dakota Department of Health and Human Services, North Dakota Housing Finance Agency, North Dakota Game and Fish, Sanford, Blue Cross Blue Shield Caring Foundation. We've also worked for like the city of Williston. We've worked with industry groups like the North Dakota soybean growers and the North Dakota petroleum industry, Lignite Energy Council in collaboration with my colleague down in the Department of Ag Business and Applied Economics. We are a 100% soft money research fund, which means, again, we work with a lot of different organizations. And so we often find ourselves at the forefront of emerging issues in the state. Again, we're a freestanding applied research center, which means we are not affiliated with an academic department, and we are housed within the within the College of Arts and Sciences. In addition to me, I've got all of our staff here, and I want to do a quick introduction to make sure that you know we have a team of professional research specialists. We'll start with Rakib Khan. Rakib, I think, is one of our newer staff members, and he is a data expert. And right now, he's the guy for the dashboards that you're going to see in a few minutes. He's the mastermind behind those. Chelsea Hookerty. Chelsea is a research specialist. She does a lot of our survey work. She leads up the PRAMS project, which is a survey of new moms. Karen Olson is a data expert. If you need data, she can either tell you that we have it and where it is, where to go find it, or she can tell you it doesn't exist. But one way or the other, you'll get an answer. All right. We also have Jerry Dogby Gappeter. Jerry is also a master. He can clean any miserable data set that's known to mankind. He's working on one right now. And Jerry is also a PhD statistician. Also in the little screens up here, we've got Avi Sloan. Avi is a research specialist. He's located at the Center for South Research East Campus, located in Chicagoland. Avi does survey research. His background's in sociology, does a little bit of everything. Also, we have Kendra Erickson, doctor. I don't know if she's here. She's been with the center for a long time. And a few years ago, she went part-time. So she mostly works on Compass, but she can help us with just about anything. And of course, Ina Kornuska, and she's going to take over here in just a second and tell you all about Compass, which, in addition to all the other research activities that we do, of course, North Dakota Compass is one of our premier projects and programs. So I'm going to turn it over to Ina. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Nancy. I'm Ina Czernuszka. I am the director of North Dakota Compass program and a research specialist with the Center for Social Research. I am always happy to talk about North Dakota Compass, especially now that we are launching a new website with under a new branding and with enhanced functionality. Our goals for today is to help you learn a little bit about the data research products and services available at the Center for Social Research. And I will try to explain some of the key features and benefits of ND Compass. But our hope is to go a little bit behind data and behind products, and help maybe trigger in your mind some ideas about how you can use this resource in your work and how we can help to make that happen, how we can collaborate. what is North Dakota Campus? I want, if you don't mind, if I can see by a show of hands, if you have heard of the Center for Social Research before coming here. Okay, thank you. Not our colleagues. How many of you have heard of North Dakota Campus? Thank you. How many of you have used North Dakota Campus? So out of all, 1.5. So we are here to change that. We are here to tell you more about North Dakota Campus, and I hope, but by the end of this session, you are going to go away saying, how did I not know about this? So let's see, what is North Dakota Campus besides the best kept secret of the NDSU campus? First launched in 2013.
That's great.
North Dakota Campus is a unique statewide social indicators program, a comprehensive user-friendly data platform that has been used by organizations and leaders in North Dakota to help them make informed decisions in the benefit of their organizations and communities. North Dakota Campus is a one-stop source for reliable, unbiased, curated demographic and socioeconomic data in a variety of topics, from demographics, economy, education, health, civic engagement. And we are using trusted data sources and creating visualizations that are easy to use and understand. From the beginning, we always said that North Dakota Campus is not only a provider of data. It's not only a data provider, only a data platform. I personally like to talk about campus as being also a data champion. We our mission is to help people understand the data and use the data. And with the new website that we are launching, our mission is going to be even further, because we want to make this platform even more valuable and useful by creating a whole new arm to the website, a research arm, a research hub, where we are and use North Dakota Campus as a platform to disseminate all the valuable research of the Center for Social Research. Because it's very important for people to know about it and to use it. It's very valuable and a lot of information that you probably could not find anywhere else. If you are a teacher, if you are teaching, if you are doing research, if you are planning for your department, this platform has something to offer you. So let's see, what can that be? I want to focus just a little bit on you to see what can be beneficial for you from this website, from this resource. The most obvious way is to use it for grant proposals. We have all these socio-economic demographic indicators that will really help you to create a better needs statement or a more compelling story based on data that will just enhance your grant proposal or presentation or journal article. In addition to that, if you are planning for your department, if you are working on plans, you can increase accountability and effectiveness by using these kind of indicators that measure the quality of life in North Dakota at different local levels. You have indicators that you can measure over time, and this would help you create a better plan and also to monitor results and to evaluate the results. We have been collaborating with NDSU Extension from the beginning, and they used ND Campus data to assess the needs of the communities they serve and also to tailor their programs to those communities. But what So this is kind of more obvious. But what if you would use ND Campus in your classroom for those that are teaching? There are colleges, universities that we know of that use platforms similar with ND Campus in their curriculum, in their student projects. And they say that they increase student engagement because using real data makes learning more dynamic and more interactive, and encourages critical thinking and problem solving. Students have the opportunity to use real data and get better prepared for the real life. This will also increase data literacy because students would analyze the data and would interpret the data. And this is a valuable skill to have when they go out in the world. I mentioned all of that, and if you could just keep this in your mind while I'm going to present the new website and while Nancy is going to give some more information about the center and see how this can help you and how we can collaborate. We are very happy to collaborate. So if you knew about Campus before, we have a new website. If you didn't know, that's fine. You're going to, to see very soon a new website. Why a new website? First of all, the first one was launched in 2013. So many changes happened since then, technological changes. We wanted to be able to use better technology. We wanted to be able to make it more modern looking and more interactive. So this is one of the reasons. The other one, we wanted to enrich it, to add all this research arm to it. And also to use this opportunity to rebrand. We wanted to rebrand to be able to better communicate the value that ND Campus provides to our users and to our stakeholders. And we do this by better integrating ND Campus with the Center for Social Research and NDSU. And this is the new concept of the new ND Campus by NDSU Center for Social Research. Data you can trust, research you can use. The data part is the same data that everybody trusted even before, but now we are going to switch from a third party creating all of our charts to everything being created in-house. So we are mining our new data with our colleagues are doing that, mining our new data, creating our new dashboards all in-house. And this helps us to be more responsive, more flexible and responsive to the needs of our users. We created a whole new tool, build your own data set that allows to customize your data download if you need that. And the research part is all new. I'm going to show in more detail when I go to the website. It's all the research reports are going to be available on the website and more. We have a research in action, and I'm going to show you that. So I wish I had a drum roll. So this is this is the new website.
You're the first to see it.
You are the first to see it. It's not, if you go home, you cannot see it yet. It's still on the test server, unfortunately, but it's going to be very soon. We were hoping that to have it for this presentation, but you know how it is with a new website. Just a few more tweaks, and then it's going to be ready for prime time. But still, you are the first one seeing it. So this is the website. This is how it looks like. I hope it looks familiar. NDSU campus. ND Campus for NDSU Center for Social Research, data you can trust, research you can use. It has been developed under the two main pillars, data and research. Data that's credible and accessible, and research that is accessible and understandable, but we also created and added a little bit of other arm and another help. Insights, where it's a part that bridges the data and the research. It's not only data, but it's not in-depth research. It's data that we analyze, that we interpret, and we provide it in a form that is easier for user to understand. I'm going to go a little bit to show you how the new website is looking. Okay, under the data part, we designed the data part in a flexible way to be able to focus on a specific issue, on a specific demographic group, or a specific geography. So if you know what kind of data you are looking for, education or economy or health or housing, we group the data by topic. So these are all the topics. And for each topic, we have a number of subtopics. And for each subtopic, there are a number of dashboards available to present the data. And when we designed this dashboard, the way to present the data, we went with a funnel approach from generalized to more specific. So you would first start with North Dakota compares eventually to, for example, like big education attainment. You are going to see North Dakota data, but we needed some context for it. Okay, are these numbers good or bad? So we compare it with the United States average and also see how North Dakota ranks among all the other states and DC. This is at a more general level, and then you can zoom in at in North Dakota, different geographies. And we have data by county, city, planning region, metropolitan and metropolitan area, and American Indian Reservation, where all these indicators are broken down at the county level. First of all, we have a highlight for the geography you select, and you can select your county, city. And then again, how this data for this county compares with all the other counties or cities in North Dakota. Another way to zoom at the data in a more to get more depth to the data, we also look at the same indicator by characteristics. And in this case, we look by age, gender, race, Hispanic origin, and also all the levels of educational attainment. On the left side, we have data for North Dakota broken down by these characteristics. And on the right side, we try to go a little bit deeper by providing data at the county level whenever possible. Sometimes with small numbers in North Dakota, data becomes unreliable at the county level. And then in this case, we just aggregate up, like in the case of race for this indicator, we aggregate up at the region level, just to make sure that we provide one step further, but also not lose data reliability. So this is all about most of these topics and subtopics are going to be broken out like this, but some data sources are different, and we did not have the possibility to do that, and then maybe we are going to have only one or two dashboards, but whenever possible, we took this funnel approach. What if you don't, you want to see multiple indicators for specific demographic groups, let's say for the female population or children? You could go in all the by characteristics and look for your data, or we created a profile for you. So for example, this is the profile for the female population with all the data that we have for this group in a nice profile. The same for age or race. What if you are looking for different indicators or want to zoom in only in a county or a city or a planning region? You could go in all the by geography dashboards, or we created profile for this also. And we have profiles for cities, counties, metro and micro areas, planning regions, and the state, or the other way around from large to more focused. And again, a very nice profile with all the information that we have for that geography. You can select your city, but city we provide only for cities with 1,000 population plus, because when the numbers become too small, like I said, data becomes unreliable. Still on the data part, if you want to to create your own data set to download, this is a new tool created by Raki, build your own data set, where you still need to go by topic and subtopic, but while you are there are a number of filters, and you can just filter to the information that you want. And what's neat is that you can visualize all the data before you download, so you know that you are on the right track. You see what you are going to do, then just click download, and it's going to download for you. So this is about data. It's time to go to research. All new research hub that is bringing all the research on this platform. We are performing at the center applied research for organizations that really need this data. They request the data, they sponsor the data, the research, and our product, our findings are very, very valuable. It's a lot of information. And we just want to use Compass as a platform to make it as accessible as possible. For if we already did this research, it was not only for that organization, it was for everybody to use it. And we have a lot of reports by topic and by date. And I'm going to show you just an example to help me in my next step. So if you are searching by health, you are going to see only the reports by health. They are going to be filtered. And we created Karen research, created a research and a study and a report for the Blue Cross Blue Shield Caring Foundation, health assessment through the social determinants of health perspective. And the result of this research was a very detailed, a very extensive research report with a lot of data and a lot of information. So now we just bring all this information. So hard to move it. Just wanted to show you. Anyway, it's very hard to move it with this mouse. It's a very extensive, it's going back. It's a very extensive report with a lot of data and a lot of information. But what we were able to do with the help of the sponsor, we used all the findings in that big report. We used all the findings to create a dashboard. So a more interactive way to present all the data. You don't have to scroll to the whole report. You can find your county, or if you are interested for North Dakota overall, and you can find all this data much easier. and you can search by individual profiles or by the drivers of health and see how all the counties compare amongst them. But this is such a more interactive way to present the data. And one additional benefit is that this data we are able to update annually. So that report was using 2022 data. On the dashboard, we already have 2023, and in December, we are going to update to 2024. So this is a very useful way of just presenting the data in more, just a different way to help people get to the data, understand the data, and use the data. Another example is PRAMS points, where we take data from that Chelsea collects through her survey, the PRAMS surveys, and again, it's a huge data set with all the responses of all these mothers that recently gave birth. We analyze the data, and we create a dashboard with the most important information for people to see trends, to see characteristics, and this is very helpful. We felt the need to create, besides data and analysis, that okay, we have more than that. We have data, we have research, but we have more. We need to put them somewhere, because we always tried to provide that context to help the people. How can we help people understand the data better? And then in these insights, we create some major trends where we go to, again, go into the data and try to package in a different way, just look at the most important trends in population, economy, education, or health. And like an example in population, we are not only looking at the number of people, we are looking also at components of a population change, natural change, and migration. It just adds a little bit more depth to the data. So this is one way. Another way is data highlight. Every month we take a data point and we talk about it. So we try to analyze the data in a different way and to have a little bit of write-up about it, again, to familiarize people with what's happening in North Dakota, and to be even an example of how you talk about data. We also have the article of the month. Every month, again, we write about a research theme. Every time when we have a new research report coming out, we are going to take those research findings and just distill them even more and make them as reader-friendly as possible for people to really take what's most important from that. And this is also a great opportunity to collaborate. If you have any of your research that you want to share on ND campus, we have collaborated with faculty on our campus and from other colleges to share the results of their research. And also, last but not least, we have a very nice letter that is just what's new on, it's a monthly newsletter, so what's new in that month. And all the newsletters have a theme. In July, it was data fair, and we highlighted this study, and we highlighted the data highlight, data on a stick. We got appreciation from readers. Oh, such a way to present the data for people that are intimidated by spreadsheets. Why not a data on a stick at a fair? And also, yeah, we have a pub quiz all the time to challenge a little bit yourself. So yeah, please sign up to our newsletters. You have on the table We have on the table a sign-up sheet. We have some resources, but also a sign-up sheet for the newsletter. Please sign up, and we will be happy to have you as our subscribers to get this kind of news. So I think this is pretty much, I went through the most important parts of the website. Is a lot more to discover, and hopefully very soon, I think in a couple of weeks, it should be out. This is why we created these handouts. Please take one to remind you to check in in 1 week. To talk a little bit more about the Center for Social Research. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ina. We are really excited about this new website. I think we have, well, the old one is.
You want me to drive?
Yeah, you can drive. You can drive. We're really excited about it. We just think it's just a tremendous improvement over what we had. The data and the information is still all there, but we've added to it. It looks nicer. Again, the whole idea is to try and make this data and information accessible. We've got all of these great products, but if people don't know that it's there and they don't know how to use it and you can't access it, it doesn't do any good. So, I guess I want to talk a little bit too about, some opportunities. Obviously, the application for non-academics, non-data users for North Dakota is very obvious. But I think we're an underutilized resource in terms of on campus here at NDSU. For starters, Ina pointed out, integrating real data into curriculum. And you can say, oh, well, that's like my hometown. It's there, it's free. It's accessible. I think that there's plenty of applications to help support grant proposals or journal articles. Everybody needs a good needs statement of needs and current conditions, and we have all of that. We've got the applied socio-economic research. The statewide housing needs assessment is a perfect example of that. It's even thicker than the Blue Cross Blue Shield report. I mean, it's like this. It is a very data dense report. But in it, we do population projections and housing needs and housing costs. And much of the data that's in these reports is available secondary research, but we gather it all up and put it into a format that's usable. So I think, access to that work could be a very much a complement to academic work. Use North Dakota Compass as a platform to disseminate our research. We've published articles from not only from center research, but also from articles for other interesting things that go around the state. And I love to tell this story of an Ask a Researcher article. We knew of a project that was being assisted by the North Dakota Association for Electric Cooperatives. They were trying to launch a pilot program for a novel approach to address the struggles that rural grocery stores have in North Dakota. So I said to Lori, come on, let's do an Ask a Researcher article on it. This is a really good thing that we need to get word out for. Well, we did an Ask a Researcher article on it, and the Bush Foundation, which of course one of our sponsors, saw that article and said, wow, this is really great. You need to apply for a community innovations grant, which they got, which they were awarded, and that funding was used to launch the pilot project. That means that created this cooperative that's now serving, 2 small town grocery stores and another community that doesn't have one. So we've got the ability to do real things, and that's very exciting. So anyway, we want those kinds of things, even for our academic researchers. Maybe it's something that maybe isn't ready to launch or commercialize, but it's a new concept or a new need. We've got a platform to help disseminate that information. And we can also do custom research for you. Okay, we collaborate with other we just recently put in a proposal to do some survey work with some folks that are taking a look at forever chemicals in water. We've worked with Nick Baroth on a survey project having to do with city council forms of government. Now they're having a big discussion in Fargo whether we should have a council or a commission style of government. So, again, we've talked about it a little bit. We can do survey research. We do that. We can help create, we can help disseminate, we can help analyze, we can help make dashboards out of it. We've got Jerry and Rakib that can do all of that. Needs assessment, we've done community health needs assessment for Sanford and for Common Spirit. We can do needs assessments on research proposals. Maybe a grant that you're putting in says, we need to have a program or a grant evaluation. We can help do that. Impact assessments with my colleague in ag business and applied economics. We can do economic impact assessments. We've done them for agriculture, the lignite industry, the petroleum council. We actually do the economic impact assessment for the North Dakota University system. So if we want to know what the economic impact of NDSU is, it's on our website. Again, I talked about evaluations, data literacy. Even if you wanted to do a data literacy segment in one of your classes, maybe that's something we could help you out with. And of course, customized research for pretty much anything. I think we're doing okay. Okay, we can go to the next one. Here's some specific examples. Again, we've talked about North Dakota Compass, PRAMS. That's a huge human subject research project. So we can handle any of those kinds of sensitive protocols. And then we take those findings and are building those dashboards to try and boil down that massive survey. Chelsea, how long does it take to fill that one out? About 30 minutes? So, but it's just a wealth of information. The North Dakota Child Care Provider Survey Report, we're going to be making a dashboard for that soon. This is an interesting project. The data that we collect by surveying the child care providers is used by the North Dakota Department of Health and Human Services to set reimbursement rates for the Child Care Assistance Program. We're also going to be building a dashboard so we can show where rates are in different places, and hopefully we can start to identify maybe where there's pockets where there's additional healthcare needs. We talked about health and well-being in North Dakota, social determinants of health. Again, Blue Cross Blue Shield Caring Foundation has committed to annual updates to that. So again, it's taking all that information that's in that dense report, making it accessible. Statewide housing needs assessment. Again, we've got a dashboard coming for that one. That one's going to be a big one. But that is, again, coming soon. And then again, the program evaluation we did for the Rural Access Delivery Distribution Cooperative, that ended up again being really thick. But we were able to document everything that they did from the start to finish, evaluate the outcomes, create a roadmap that can now be used for others. And indeed, because of this program, the state of North Dakota did set aside some money to support other kinds of similar efforts. So we get pretty excited when we get talking about the things that we do. And we really, we can go to the next one. We really want to try and expand our reach more so on the NDSU campus, because I think we're really, as Ina pointed out, an unknown and underutilized resource on campus. So again, I'm sorry that we don't have our brand new website ready to go. It was supposed to, but so don't go look at the old one. It's kind of crappy. No, it's fine. It needed to be updated very soon. And when you look at the new website, let us know what you think. I mean, we need feedback. We want to be a provider of information for you. But if you don't tell us what you need, or if we could do this differently or that differently, let us know and let us try and meet those needs. So I think we've overloaded you with enough for information for one time, but we do have a couple of minutes. I would love to hear take any questions, comments. Yes, please.
Okay, I have three. So does anybody else have questions? You say that the lowest breakdown geographically is by jurisdiction, so you don't have census tract or zip code?
No.
Okay, and then is there a relationship between your work and the ACS by the US Census Bureau?
Yes, so
Is it informed?
Yeah, I'll let Ina do this. So
yeah, so this is where we get the data from. So all our data sources, all the demographic data, all the population data come from the US Census. For the population count, we use the the estimates, the, the population and housing unit estimates. And for all the other breakdowns, we use ACS data, American Community Survey. And then we also use all this, we use CDC data for some of the health. We use North Dakota Department of Health for low birth weight. We use for jobs, we use also some national data sources, but also some North Dakota data sources. So everything is, it's the data sources that are most well known and trusted.
Now, in terms of we do have profiles based on legislative districts as well, or
Okay.
legislative districts,
Yeah.
legislative profiles and dashboards. In terms of census tract and other geographies, yeah, that data's out there. I mean, we would love to be able to do that, but it goes back to that, one of the first things I said, we're a soft money research shop, and everything that we do is supported by grants and sponsor programs. If we had a grant or a sponsor that said, we would like to look at things by census tract, or if there's a specific project where you need to look at something, we can do it, okay? We can do that work. It's just not there because we don't have the resources to do that at this point. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So if you want that, we can do it, but again, that's the nature of a soft money shop.
Sure, with that. Okay, last one. Everything is quantitative, no qualitative.
Pretty much.
Okay,
With the exception of, in some of our reports, there may be open-ended questions and things like that that are in there. I know for, some of the needs assessments, then there's quite a bit of open-ended stuff. We generally don't spend a lot of time doing that assessment. We'll put everything in there verbatim. Most of the time, the sponsors aren't really, we can do that, we just don't do a lot of it, and so when there are qualitative stuff, it'll be in the research reports in verbatim in the appendices.
thank you.
Okay.
I have questions. So if I understood correctly, all the data displayed in the plots is basically a mix of a lot of sources of data, including PRAMs and all the data sets you have, or
It's from all sorts of different data sources, and Ina didn't show it, but when you go into all of the dashboards, it's all cited, it's all
okay,
It's all placed in context, the definitions, there's like a read more section and about the research. And so it's all there.
okay.
So that if you're trying to write a proposal, or you're trying to write an article or whatever, and you go, whatever the statement is, you can go right there, the citations all on the website,
Okay, perfect.
all there.
But the data part uses all the secondary sources of information, but like the PRAMs that you are going to find in the research part.
Right.
Just the result is not the whole PRAMs data is not going to be housed
Okay.
on our
It's just-
campus. Just only these reports, the research in action that we.
Okay, like clean selected information for the report, basically.
Now, but with the
But
grants
you-
data, that is
Yeah.
one that, you can request that data set.
I know because I have it.
I was
Jill,
just saying.
this is me, nice to meet you. I didn't recognize you before. And actually, yes, this center is the most kept secret because I first worked with the PRAMS data like nationally wide. And then I found out that we had the center here, like, okay, that's good to know, but that's another thing. So I have another question. I understood that the website is going to have the option to download the data. I mean, to create data sets to
Those are-
download, yes. Now, what about like the statistics per or by counties or cities or like that? I understand that I can see it. Is it going to be able, or am I going to be able to download all the statistics, let's say, for the states by counties? Is it possible?
So in the profile, ask again.
So-
What do you want to download?
So let's say I am looking for demographics like female percentage by age, right? So I go to Cass County and I'm going to find different percentages. But I want to have all those percentages for all the counties in the state. Is it possible for me to download?
So there are going to be multiple possibilities to download under each dashboard. If you click download CSV, I did not go so because I wanted to leave time for discussion.
Don't worry, but it's
So-
possible.
So you go to download, and when you click download, you have two options. You have the options to download the whole data set that we have for population or for poverty or for education attainment. You download the whole data set where everything that we use for all the three dashboards, or you go in your, create your own data set and you filter.
Okay, perfect.
For the profile, if you just want demographic profile, which is or the geographic profile, we have just the option to see all the data, to download the PDF of the NICE report. But if you really want that data, you can go in the by topic to download it in that way.
And if there's something that we don't have, reach out, call us.
A lot of questions, but I know we are done, so I will keep going.
Yeah, we're soft money big now, and so we can't do huge things without resources. But we certainly will try and do, I need this or this or this. Again, you call Karen and she will tell you where to find it, or if we don't have it.
I have a very simple question. Do you have any sense of the timeline for when the new
Yes.
website
2
will be?
weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, perfect.
To research methods class, I'm trying to figure out if I can use this.
Yes, it'll be ready. It'll be ready. We were supposed to do a soft launch last week and we just had enough glitches that I said, we've been working on this for almost 2 years. We spent a lot of money doing this. And the last thing I wanted to do is put it out for consumption before it was absolutely ready. But yeah, I expect maybe as soon as next week, we'll be ready with the soft launch. And if you
I signed up. So.
you just sign up
Take the
and
source.
and just keep checking back, because like I said, I think by the middle of next week, we'll be live. And then for our newsletter in October, because we won't have time for September, it'll be in the newsletter, it'll be everywhere. But yeah, I would be great for your methods class if
Yes.
there it is,
Yeah, and let us know and give us feedback if you plan to use any of these. Please, any feedback. We are on Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere.
Yeah.
Just reach out to us, give us feedback, anything that we want to see added. Yes, please.
Yes, I work on agriculture, and so what kind of agriculture data you have in the website?
We do not have a lot of agriculture data right now, other than in our research reports. My colleague and I just finished up newest report of the economic contribution of agriculture in North Dakota. I've done CRP work before. We're working with, I've done a lot of work, surveying, and I've done a lot of agriculture work. That's something that I would love to add to our website. I'd love to put up a big, agriculture hub. And we are in discussions with some sponsors. I need some university administrators in here so I can talk to them about money, but what I'd like to put up, we have all of this wonderful county data about agriculture. I'd like to build a dashboard that would do more agriculture things. Again, I just don't have the resources.
Are you collaborating with the farms, the great?
Yeah, we're getting the thing. We can talk afterwards, but we haven't collaborated with them much. No, not at this point. I've been in conversation. I know about them, they know about us, and but we just haven't done much of that yet. So again, resources is probably our biggest constraint. So, but in terms of agriculture, if there's stuff that you need, let us know if there's a need. I certainly, we can say if we need a egg hub, or we need this or that or the other. Well, let's show me what the need is and we'll figure out how to fund it.